Today I'm going to be reviewing Lionel's new Lionchief Plus 2.0 F3AA set. These engines were released in Lionel's 2020 Volume 1 catalog, and they just hit store shelves recently. If you're not familiar with Lionchief Plus 2.0 locomotives, they're Lionel's second generation Lionchief Plus locomotives. They do not come with the remotes like the Lionchief Pluses did. Instead, you can run them through your Cab 1 or Cab 2 controller, in addition to running them conventionally and through the Lionchief Bluetooth app on your smart device. The best way to really utilize all their functions is through the Cab 1 or Cab 2 controller because you get one of the new things that Lionel has started adding onto their locomotives is the radio chatter that's sounds like it's coming through a radio. So you get the static, and the sounds are more realistic than the standard radio chatter that they've been putting on their locomotives for years. So that's an added bonus on these engines. They come with 4 fan-driven smoke units, 2 on each locomotive. One thing that I wanted to share with you guys, one thing that happened with me that was interesting. So I took these engines out of the box and I put the powered engine in program mode, and I added the locomotive, gave it an engine ID of 14, and I put it back into run, and I started it up, and I noticed that the powered A unit was smoking, but the dummy A unit was not. And when I tried to open you can remotely open the couplers on the front and the back of the set. And when I tried to open the couplers on the front of the dummy A unit or the back of the set, it didn't do anything. So I thought something was wrong. And then I realized that there was a video that somebody on Facebook released that the dummy A unit has a run program switch also. So what you have to do, and I have to stress this, if you guys get this set, you have to put both the powered A and the dummy A unit into program mode. And then what I did was I reassigned both units engine ID 14, so they both have ID 14. And then I put them back into run, and sure enough, the smoke started coming out of the dummy A unit, and I was able to open up the coupler on the rear of the set. So, like I said, it's very important when you get these locomotives to put both powered and dummy unit into program, so that you have to do it as a set. So, without further ado, I will go over some of the physical features of the locomotives. So the weight of each unit, the powered A unit is just under 4 pounds, and the dummy A unit is just over 3 pounds 3 ounces, and the total length of both these units is from coupler to coupler is 26.5 inches. Here's a side view of the locomotive. Because this is not a legacy locomotive, it doesn't have the level of detail that a legacy engine would have. For instance, this grill work up here is all molded in up top. The doors don't open. There is separately applied ladders, but they're flush against the cab body here. You do have some steps here on the truck. You've got the porthole windows here with the GM logo over here, and the typical Union Pacific graphics. Continuing with the front of the locomotive, you've got separately applied grab irons here. You've got the Union Pacific graphics here. The number boards are lighted with LED lights. The marker lights are lighted. They change color depending on what direction the locomotive is going in. So if this is going forward, these will be green. and the dummy A unit will be red. If this is going in reverse, this will be red, and the dummy A unit will be green. Then you've got the LED headlight here. You've got two crew figures in the front. There's really not too much detail on the back. There's a molded in rear door here, and there's a little glass opening here, but really not too much to say as far as the level of detail, again, because this is not a legacy or vision line locomotive. Okay, this is the top-down view. Again, there's some more molded in. The fans are not, there's no actual fans, it's just molded in plastic here on top. You've got some vents in the back, some lift rings here. These are the two fan-driven smoke units where the smoke comes out. These grills here are separately applied. They're the only real grills on the locomotive. Some more lift rings and some silver horns, colored horns on top. Okay, this is the bottom of the locomotive. Starting with the rear, one interesting feature about this locomotive, and also the A unit, the dummy A unit, is that the rear couplers are non-functioning. They stay closed all the time. They look like they could open, but they do not open. And then this is the rear truck. You can actually see the gears between the motor and the wheels. Here is the traction tire. You got the two pickup rollers. Here is the speaker for the sound. You've got the Bluetooth symbol here, letting you know that there is Bluetooth on this locomotive. This is the front truck, which is just like the rear, where you see the gears, the two pickup rollers. Here's the traction tire on this side over here. Then in the front here is the electro coupler that you can open the couplers from the remote in the front. One thing I would suggest, if you can get your hands on one, is one of these little micro funnels. The engine comes with a pipette that looks like this, but this really works well, this funnel, because what you can do is the hole is pretty small for putting in the smoke fluid, but if the bottom of the funnel, if you just give it a little pressure, it'll go in the hole, and then it's real easy to drop the smoke through the funnel, and you're not going to get smoke all over the locomotive. So if you can get your hands on one of these, I would highly recommend it. Before I get started, I just wanted to quickly mention that I pulled out some new piggyback trailer cars that I just got on eBay. I got some good deals on them. I'm kind of tired of running covered hoppers and box cars and tank cars, and I wanted to run something different. And so I figured now would be a good time to pull out some of my piggyback cars that I'll be pulling with my new F3s. So here we go.
Boat Montford, over. Okay, well, whatever you want to get off that track, Warren. We'll be ready to copy, over. All right, here it comes. Have your pen standing by, over. Yeah, hold on. I'll switch you over to the conductor. Here you go. Boat Montford, over. Okay, well, whatever you want to get off that track, Warren. We'll be ready to copy, over. All right, here it comes. Have your pen standing by, over. Yeah, hold on. I'll switch you over to the conductor. Here you go.
Dispatcher, error is made. Brake test complete. Are we clear to pull? Over.
Hold your position. Out.
Dispatcher, error is made. Brake test complete. Are we clear to pull?
Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed that little running session. Of course, my favorite thing about this locomotive, I'd have to say, is definitely the new radio chatter that Lionel has just recently has added to their locomotives. It really gives the engine a new realm of realness, and so I enjoy that a lot. I really like this engine. It runs really smooth, smokes great. Doesn't have the detail of a legacy locomotive, but that's okay. It's it's Lionchief, but it's much better than the Lionchief Plus. Now I have a Lionchief Plus FT units in Santa Fe colors, and years ago I was able to get I had the opportunity to get a powered B unit. They used to come with a powered B unit that you could buy separately, and it gave the locomotive more pulling power because the actual B unit was powered, and it really wasn't that expensive. I think I could have gotten it for about $100, and now they're hard to get, and I'm really disappointed that I didn't get it before. I'm hoping that they're going to come out with a powered B unit for this set. I would really love to have that to give this engine more pulling power, and have a nice ABA set put together. So hopefully Lionel will put out a B unit. So that's about it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I've got a number of videos lined up that I'm going to be putting out in the coming weeks. So stay tuned, stay safe, and take care.